In this video, I will explain AI agents in n8n so simply that a 13-year-old could probably build one, which would be powerful enough to run a part of a business. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how. We will build a simple AI agent in n8n, no coding at all. Just drag and drop blocks that plan steps, they use tools, and does what we actually want it to do. Now, why would you listen to me? I build AI agents that run 24/7 for businesses, WhatsApp bots, voice agents, smart CRMs, systems that process thousands of conversations and handle millions in transactions. I've done this for more than 20 companies, so I know what actually works. Here's the plan. First, I'll explain what an AI agent is in plain English. Then we'll build the n8n workflow and connect a couple tools like ChatGPT and Gmail. By the end, you'll have a working no-code agent, a reusable n8n template, and a quick checklist for fixing common hiccups. Sound good? Let's do it. So here I've made a diagram explaining what an AI agent is very simply. So here would be our user goal, which is basically an input, something like email my HR manager and tell her I won't make it to work today. Then it goes into the actual AI agent. Now you will see it has a couple of parts here. So firstly, it will understand the goal that you're trying to achieve by using its brain. Now the brain is basically ChatGPT, right? So when people say I'm building AI agents, the AI part is just a language model connected to that AI agent. In this specific scenario, we will actually use ChatGPT, and I'll show you exactly how to connect it. Next, it would use context to plan the steps. What that means is that we will teach it what to do and how to do it, and it will bring up or come up with steps and follow them accordingly. Next, and finally, it will use tools that we will give it access to actually execute that task. Now, in this task, if I had asked it to search online and give me the weather, and the tool wasn't present that allows it to search the internet, it will not be able to do it. It will simply say, sorry, I'm not able to do that right now. Can I help you with something else? The tools that are available are basically what it uses to execute that task. Now, I have said email my HR manager. When I say email, it needs to have some way to actually email that person. In our scenario, the tool will be Gmail that we will connect here, and the brain will be basically another tool that we will have, which will be OpenAI's ChatGPT. Context, again, I'll explain that we will train it, we'll give it a system prompt, and then the actual input. These two differences I will show you in the actual workflow, and that when it does have those tools, it'll be able to execute that specific task and then finally give you a clear answer explaining that, yes, I was actually able to do it. Next, very even simpler, I have made it here. First, you would set a goal, say send an email to the HR manager saying I won't be coming in today. And then next, the AI agent thinks, hey, I should actually come up with an email first, then send it to the HR manager. So that's kind of where the AI thinking comes in, right? Then finally, third, it picks the tools, so ChatGPT to come up with an actual email body that it'll send, and then the Gmail tool to then actually send the email, right? And then, of course, finally, it finishes, sends the email, and it returns that done. I have completed your task, and the email has been sent. So to show you what the actual workflow would look like, we will build it completely from scratch. So here I am on the n8n workflow page, if you want to call it. Here's the plus button, or simply in the middle, I'll press the plus button. And this pop-up comes up where I can search a node. So the first thing we will do is actually search for not a manual, but actually a chat trigger, which means that we are able to chat right within the window. So when I press open chat, I'm able to type stuff in here and execute the workflow basically. The next, I'll just press the plus button again. And here is where we simply just type AI agent. And this node comes up where I press the AI agent and this specific window. I'll click away. And this is what it looks like, right? So there's no tools connected, no chat model connected, and it's just bare bones. Here, the first thing we have to do is actually connect what is called the chat model. Here is the brain, right? Here we have quite a lot of variety and the options to choose from, but I'll simply just search for OpenAI's chat model. And here I'll just leave it like this. Well, actually, we first have to connect a credential. So as soon as I press here, a credential, I'll just press the plus button and this window pops up. So where will we get our actual API key to connect our brain? This specific URL, platform.openai.com/settings/organization/API keys. Now here is where you would press, or you will, assuming you are logged in, right? You are into your account. You will press create new secret key. Here we will just name it demo. For project, I think the default one will still be there. You'll just press default project, create secret key, and then it will create the API key. Here, I'll just simply press copy. I'll go back. But before I go back, I just need to explain something important, is that once you have created your API key, you still need to remember in your billings section. So here on billing, you need to have some sort of balance in your credits. So I would recommend you deposit around $5 so that you have enough money or enough credits to actually experiment with the AI agent and see how it works and see what the consumption looks like. But here you would simply just press add to credit balance. You would select how much you want to add, and you would simply check out, and your balance will be reflected as balance, your credits here. Next, we'll go back to the n8n page, and here is where I will actually paste in my API key. The rest I can leave as is. I'll just name this demo, so the next time I can remember. So I'll just press the save button, and I can just press that. So here you will see connection tested successfully. As soon as you see the green light here, you click away. You will be actually able to choose any ChatGPT model that you want. Here, I'll just leave it as 4.1 mini. If you want to know which model does what, you'll have to just look for an LLM explainer. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of articles on Google explaining each language model. The next is actually the memory tool. Here, for example, let's start actually typing it. So if I say hi, you will see it actually working in real time. It touches the OpenAI chat model, it processes, and it says, hello, how can I assist you today? So we can see that the brain is now working. So if I tell it, my name is Ibrahim, right? I'll explain it to that. It says, hello, Ibrahim, how can I assist you today? Now, when I ask it, what is my name? It'll say, I don't have information about your name. How can I assist you today? The reason why it didn't remember my name is because we don't have a memory tool connected. So for that, we'll just press the plus button, and instead of figuring all of this stuff out, we'll just simply press simple memory, and we will give it the context window length of 5. We'll leave it at that. And immediately now, when I say my name is Ibrahim, then I'll type in what is my name. It's a live test. And then now it's able to actually say your name is Ibrahim. How can I help you further? Is because it got the information from its memory. This is very crucial to have as well. And this is a very basic version of an AI agent already done, right? So I'm asking it questions, it's giving me answers, and it's actually connected to ChatGPT. But now we want to make it a little more complex, and we want to give it the ability to send emails on our behalf. So for that, I will actually go into the tools. I'll simply type in Gmail. I'll give it the Gmail access tool. We'll name this send email. And here is a lot of red, but that's not to be scared of. Here we'll just have to set up our credentials, and I'll explain how you do that as well. As soon as I press create credential, it'll give me all of this information. Now, to get all of the client ID, client secret, this is not really supposed to be the client secret, all of that stuff, you'll have to go to this specific page called or you can just Google console.cloud.google.com. It'll take you this front page here. We'll just press select the project. We'll create a new project, and the project we will name just demo is okay. We'll just press create. As soon as that's set up, once the project is created, we'll press select the project. We will select the actual project, then press this button, go on to APIs and services, then OAuth consent screen. As soon as we click that, this specific menu comes up. Here we will actually go on to branding, and then in branding we'll press get started. It has not been configured yet. And then app information, here I'll just name it demo. You can name it whatever you want, and here I'll just give it my email address. When audience comes up, we will actually press external. We'll go on to next. Contact information, we will give it the same information that we gave it before, the same email address. We'll press next. Finally, we'll press finish, continue, and create. So this way we will actually be able to connect our Gmail API with our n8n agent. We will go back onto APIs and services, then we will go onto credentials, right? Once we click credentials, we're able to actually start getting the client ID and the client secret. Here in API keys, we will just simply press create credentials. Here we will press OAuth client ID. As soon as I press that, we will just set up a little bit more. In application tab, you will actually select web application. Name it something. Again, we will just name it demo. The rest we can authorize redirect URIs. Now here is where we go back to n8n, grab our OAuth redirect URL, go back here, press this here, press paste. As soon as we press that, create, it will set it up. And here we have our client ID as well as our client secret. I will simply copy my client ID, go back, paste, and the same thing with my client secret, paste. So as soon as that is set up, here is our client ID and our client secret. I will then go on to audience. We just have to add a test user so it actually allows us the access. I'll just scroll down a little bit and add a test user. Here I will give it the same email that I set this entire thing up with, and at gmail.com. Save that. Now we'll go back onto n8n and then actually sign in with Google. After I have already pasted all of the information there, I'll then simply select the same Google account that I set it up with. And then I'll see this Google hasn't verified this app. That's okay. Continue. And then I'll give it all of the access that it asks for, right? As soon as I press continue, that is it. Connection has been successful. This window will close. I can even manually close it. Here, I'll just rename this credential as demo so I remember, and saved. Now my Google Gmail API is connected. This is what it looks like connected, but we still need to specify who to send the email to, what subject to use, and what message to use. Now, the entire point of this automation is that it needs to be automatic. It needs to do it by itself. So we cannot manually add in the email address of the recipient or the subject or the email body every time. So instead, what we will do is we will select this button here, which says, let the model define this parameter. What this means is that AI will do it by itself. It'll see your request. You have said, send an email to Ibrahim at gmail.com, whatever it is. It will know that now in the to field, it needs to put in Ibrahim at gmail.com. Same thing with subject and same thing with message. I'll just change the email type from HTML to text. And in the you just have to remember to do this. In the add options, you will say append n8n attribution. And this you have to basically deselect. What this means is that instead of n8n sending the email, when it does send an email, in the footer, it says sent by n8n. So to get rid of that, we will just simply tell it not to do that. And the rest is basically easy and done. So here I will, in the same chat box, I will say send an email to Ibrahim asking him how his day was. His email is that. So here, obviously, I have to specify the email because otherwise it will not know. Right. So this is actually perfect way to figure this error out. As soon as you have, as soon as you see this error, forbidden, perhaps check your credentials. Now, I was also thinking, why is it not working? So actually, I forgot, when you go back onto your Google Cloud console, you actually have to search for the Gmail API. And you actually have to manually enable it. So here, Gmail API, as soon as that comes up, you click it, and you will see this button to actually just press enable and actually enable the email API so that Gmail actually allows for you to send emails through their system. So as soon as I have enabled that, that should probably do it. We'll just see it live and see if we get any other error. We'll go back and we'll just simply, it's this button, just to resend the same thing, and there we go. Now it's green and it has actually sent the email through. And on my phone, I have received an email. I'll actually just open this email up and I see it's out of focus, but it says, hello, Ibrahim. I hope you're doing well. I wanted to ask you how your day was. Best regards. And that's actually exactly what it said here. Here's the sending of the email. Hello, Ibrahim. I hope you're doing well. I wanted to ask how your day was. Best regards. And it didn't sign off with anyone because we didn't give it the instructions to, right? So this, we've already established an AI agent that is able to send emails on command. Now we need to make it a little smarter. And for that, what we will do is we will actually connect a database of emails and positions of those people and their emails, of course, and give it access to the AI agent and ask it to do something like send my HR manager an email telling him that I won't make it to work today. And it should be smart enough to know who the HR manager is and what their email address is, right? So here we'll go back and we'll press the plus button, and the tool we'll connect is actually the Google Sheets tool, right? So here, again, I don't have any credentials set up, so we'll set this live. The same thing as before, we will use the client ID that we received from the previous, we set up from the previous tool. So I'll go back onto credentials, I'll click on the demo, I'll copy my client ID, I'll go back, I'll press client ID there, client secret, same thing, I will copy my client secret, paste it right there, and that should be able to do it. If not, I think I still have to sign in again. Let's sign in with the same account. And then of course I have to give it certain permissions. I'll just press continue. Of course, give it all the permissions, continue. There we go, connection successful, and that's green. Now Google Sheets, well, n8n has access to my Google Sheets. So here in document, when I press the button choose, I see that it's forbidden. Again, we did the same thing. So we need to go back to Google Console. We need to search for Sheets. And as soon as we see the Google Sheets API come up, we will have to enable it. So this actually is a good thing to remember, is that you will have to enable this for any Google service that you use, whether it's Sheets, Gmail, Google Drive, whatever it is, you will have to come back onto Google Console and manually enable it just the one time. As soon as you have enabled the Google Sheets API, what you also need to enable is the Google Drive API. So just to use Sheets, you need to have them both enabled. This is because the Sheets are kind of connected to the Google Drive. So you have to press enable on that as well. As soon as that's done, we'll come check into n8n again and see if the agent is now working. And let's see. There we go. Status is enabled. Now, I don't know if I'll need to refresh, but here we go. That's it. Demo database. This is what I had named my sheet, right? So we'll go back. Now it's coming up, demo database. And from the sheet itself, we will choose just the first sheet. Just for your information, that is this one. So if I had named this something else, the name would come up, sheet 2, 3, 5, whatever it is. All of them will pop up into this specific one here. Here, we'll just leave everything else as is because it's all getting all of the information. As soon as we have connected our Sheets tool, now I'll just rename this to get, I'll actually get emails. I'll just leave it at that. Now we actually need to go back into the AI agent and tell the agent that what tools are available for it and when to use which one. Now that the name is set up, we will actually have to go into the AI agent and give it context on what all these tools do. So as soon as I double click there, I see this and I press add option and I have the ability to add a system message. Now this system message is basically teaching the AI agent on what it is, what it can do, what tools it has access to, and how to use those tools. So for this, we need a very well refined or even a somewhat refined system prompt to lay out all of that information. So for that, we will actually go on to ChatGPT and go on to a custom GPT here that is available. So when you press on explore, so here we'll go on to search AI agent system. So I think it's taking a while. So we'll search AI agent system prompt. And one of the first, it doesn't matter which one you use, you'll just have to really see. And you have a variety of these to choose from. I think I just chose this one from this person. And then I'll just simply give it a little more context. So I'll go back, I'll exit this out, and I'll take an actual screenshot of the tool, or of the entire AI agent rather, go back onto the same prompt generator and explain to it what I want it to do. So I have built this AI agent to help me send emails on command. I have given it access to some tools. The sheet tool allows it to pull email addresses of certain people as well as their names. And then I'll just tell it my name is, I don't know, for this we'll just use John because my HR manager's name is Ibrahim as well for some reason. So I'll say my name is John. And for this, the reason why I'm telling it my name is because I wanted to have a sign off ability. So at the end, it should say kind regards John or whatever it is. And immediately here we see it's designing. You want from your setup. Here's what we know. There's that your name is John, the sender. And immediately the entire system prompt is generated. So I'll just copy this entire thing, go back onto n8n, go into the AI agent. And here where it says system message, I'll just simply paste the whole thing. And here we'll just quickly read through all of this. You're an intelligent email assistant for John. That's the name that I gave it. Your task is to draft and send professional, friendly, or custom emails when John gives you a command. You can search Google Sheet using the Get Emails tool, and you can send the actual emails using the Send Emails tool, right? So that at least it has the context now. Rules, it has given it some rules. Always confirm the email content with John before sending. I'll just remove this for this demo's sake because I don't want it to have an extra step. Then we will go on. If a name is missing, just use hi, be clear, concise, and friendly. Ask John for clarification. If the prompt, I'll also remove this actually. Sign off, never guess unknown email addresses, send command, sample command from John, email Alex from marketing. Then the report is due Friday. You would use get emails to find Alex's info, draft an appropriate email, and then ask John. Actually, I'll just remove this as well because I do not want for this demo to have any humans in the actual loop. I just want whenever I say it should just do it. It should not ask back for confirmation. If you would like it to have that confirmation step, you would just simply put in there that before performing a task, you just confirm whether the information is correct. So for this, I'll just leave it at that and I'll just press open chat here and let's actually test the system out. So here I'll say, send an email to my HR manager saying I won't be able to make it to work today. So here we will see if it's able to correctly pull in the right email address and it's actually able to send the email as well. So here it says the email has been sent to Ibrahim, and here I have just also on my phone received an email. I'll just read that out to you in a second. The email has been sent to your HR manager informing him that you won't be able to make it to work today. If you need any further assistance, feel free to ask. So let's actually see the content of the image of the email. So the message says, hi Ibrahim, that is our HR manager, right? I wanted to inform you that I won't be able to make it to work today. Please let me know if you need any additional information. Best regards, John. Here is the actual email. So here when I press this, I see, hi Ibrahim, I wanted to inform you that I won't be able to make it to work today. Exact email correctly and with the correct subject. So just doing that, just by connecting a couple of nodes together, we were able to give it an input. It was able to process it, understand it, contextualize it, and actually able to use the tools we gave it access to and perform that task. Now, this is exactly what I was mentioning here. The more tools you give it access to and the better your context is for the AI agent is able to perform those tasks. Now, what this means for businesses or for AI agencies is that you're able to easily spin up this AI agent, propose it as an assistant to a manager or whatever it is, and say, instead of having an actual person sitting there responding to your emails or sending emails on your behalf, just here's an AI agent, here's how much it's going to cost you, and you just implement it that way into their email. Now they're able to simply ask it to do something like email, I don't know, their employee that their report is due in 2 days, and that email will be automatically sent. So this was a very simple and basic AI agent that we spun up very quickly, and we connected all the correct credentials, and it was able to work, right? So if you want to learn how I make quite a lot of complex workflows and charge a lot of money for them, please make sure to subscribe, to like, to comment, and to let me know if you found this video at all helpful. And if you did, stay tuned. I will be putting out more videos explaining how AI agents work and how to make those workflows. And yeah, I hope to see you soon. Cheers.